Welcome along to the 16th episode of Breaking Point 2. Just the penultimate episode, just 2 more to go, including this one. So we're going to see here, we started to the last episode, things started to get a bit friendlier with Adrian, everyone was liking him a bit more, it's now almost seeming like he's going to stay in the team. We'll see. Is Davenport going to adopt him? Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. Is it going to get more dramatic from here, or is it going to get calmer? Let's find out.
Come on, I just want to chat, Cal.
Why? Because he told you to?
Stop making this about him, just talk to me.
We raced in a lot of the same races growing up, and one of us would always have a better race than the other. So in the car on the way home, one of us would be happy and the other would be completely miserable. There was no middle ground. It was like it was impossible for us both to be happy at the same time. And it's kind of been the same ever since.
Look, it's my job to talk to the drivers, Callie.
Yeah, and who gave you that job?
Why are you being like this? It's not even me you're angry with.
Maybe it is.
Oh, really? This again? We were kids, Callie.
You left me behind.
Come on, what was I supposed to say? Oh, thanks, Dad, for continuing to invest in my career, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline, just in case I hurt poor Callie's feelings.
Of course not.
And what?
It didn't have to be a choice, Dev. He had the money to fund both of our careers. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
Well, we were young.
Yeah, but we're adults now.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I'm not much competition anymore.
You never were.
I'm sorry, Callie. For everything. You were always faster than me. There, I said it.
Nice try.
I mean it.
And did you mean it?
Of course not! Faster than me? No. She was never faster than me. She'd love that. No. But if there's one thing my old man taught me, it's that sometimes people need to hear what they need to hear. You know?
Which Devon is real Devon? I was thinking, oh, they're making up here. They're all going to be nice and friendly. No. But, you know, that is in front of a camera he said that, and it was supposedly in private. Obviously, we saw it, but it was supposedly in private what he said to Callie. So, yeah, not sure about that one. Anyway, 1 month later, Chapter 16. Over the last few race weekends, Konnersport have managed to demonstrate some much-needed consistency. The paddock now heads to Brazil for the penultimate race of the season. Oh, and it's public that Butler might withdraw funding. Very interesting. Here's Mummy.
Hey, Mum.
Cal, I'm reading more and more about these funding issues.
Only an issue if we don't get 5th, apparently. What do you make of it all?
Well, he won't really do it, surely. I mean, it's only been 2 seasons, for goodness sake. And Konnersport certainly isn't the worst team on the grid.
You have a real way with words, Mum.
What's your father have to say for himself?
I have no idea.
You've still not spoken to him?
I'm sure you can relate.
Yes, but I mean, I don't have to work with the man. Look, you don't have to like him, you only have to talk to him.
You sound like Devon.
Oh, maybe Devon has a point.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Mum. I'm going now.
Lots of love. Bye.
Social is Ben. Konnersport can't really be struggling for money, can they? They've had a pretty good season. I mean, they've had an unreal season. There have been many wins. Casper, keep it up. Hey, team. You've all seen the press right now about the future of Konnersport. I know it can be disheartening to read those stories, but remember, we deal with it by focusing only on our performance. We're here to do our jobs to the absolute best of our abilities. That's it. Whatever happens, happens. Let's have a great Sao Paulo. I love Casper still. Casper's such a good person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? I saw him in the paddock. This would have been Sao Paulo. And I finally spoke to him. I just wanted to know why.
There's something's come up. I'll call you back. Callie, so I'm allowed to talk to you now.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Why are you being so hard line about this?
For this to be a worthwhile investment, Konnersport Racing must be successful. It's just business.
It's not, though, is it?
Excuse me?
Well, why am I in the team if it's just business? Why was Devon? You can't keep involving your family in this and then hiding behind it's just business.
This is one of the biggest investments I have ever made. I must take care of the business. Come on. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I'm not interested in any of it.
These matters are complex, Callie. But they all benefit the business. They all benefit the family. And ultimately, they all benefit you.
You said this the last time you tried to stop me racing. I didn't buy it at 12, and I certainly don't buy it now. I don't understand what goes on in that head of yours. You threatened to end my F1 career, and then you claim it's for my benefit.
Have you any idea how much money I have plowed into the team?
Yeah, that's the thing with you. Money. Nothing changes.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
No, Dad. I wouldn't expect you to.
You need to be more realistic, that's all. Not everyone survives in F1. You know that.
5th in the standings.
5th.
5th.
I like it. I like it. They're not getting all lovey-dovey and nicey nice. They're like, do you know what? Yes. You want 5th? I'll give you a 5th. Have some of that. I like it. Right, anyway, Brazil Grand Prix mid-race, Chapter 16. A late safety car has provided Calimire with an opportunity to turn around her fortunes at Interlagos. Safety car! We finally got a safety car episode! Oh, hold on, I don't really want cockpit cam anymore. I prefer T-Cam because it's... I primarily play this to stream it, and T-Cam is this sort of official camera angle of F1, isn't it? From board at least. So that's why I do it. Let's go with the official angle. I certainly improved a lot. Don't want to get too ambitious there into turn 1. Move down up to P13. So, late safety car. We're on softs, but looks like some other people are as well. What's our objective again? Top 3 and fastest lap. But they're so fast and straight. Top 3 and fastest lap. Probably should have sent it there. Oh. Yeah, jumping out the way. F123 AI4. Up to P10 now, though. Get alongside them. They just jump out the way. I'll do the same thing to Sargent here. Move done. G'day, Aiden. Have some of that, buddy. Oh, I like those apples. Beautiful. Up to P8. Keep going. This win's definitely on the cards, isn't it? Oh! Absolutely stood on the throttle. We just went through. That would not have worked with F122 AI, that's for sure. Perhaps not the most realistic, anyway. Okay, but these are getting away a little bit. Oh, hello, wheel spin. Well, yeah, that just shows you. That shouldn't be possible. That was a bit of a test on AI there, really. I mean, I know they're on a bit of a lower difficulty level than I would be playing if this was a real race, but I'm still in testing mode here, really. I've got my review coming out later this week, so I'm sort of still testing for that a little bit. Not just for that, just in general for this game. I'm on the outside of Perez. Whoa, it was good for me. No marbles, thankfully. The marbles, that would not have been possible. Bit late on the brakes. Get to move that up to P4. Now that move never used to work on 22 because AI turned in on you all the time. It does now. Oh, wait, no, hold on. What is this top 2? Gasly being P2. Okay, he's got a podium this season. That's not excessively unrealistic. De Vries P1. Nick de Goat. What the hell? Unfortunately, moves like this are all too easy now because you just send it and they just get out of the way. I feel like the AI's behaviour wouldn't be that bad if they brake late. But they brake, especially on a lower difficulty level, obviously. But they brake early and it's just like, okay, I'll just brake it a little bit later, get you inside, see you later, GG's. Oh, Gasly's stealing P2 from De Vries. He's just going to fall through the pack now. I don't know why he was up there, to be fair. Although it's been interesting because it's been a safety car race. We never actually saw a safety car for a start. And also, it meant when the field's bunched up, I can always just win. A little bit of wheel spin, why not? We've got the fast lap in the bag. P1's in the bag. Had to lift slightly there. Got to full opposite lock. I was going to spin if I didn't lift. Oh, there you go. There's another P1. Supposedly we're struggling for 5th in the Constructors. In reality, that's probably about our 5th or 6th win of the season. So I don't think we are. The game's maintaining that we are. Surely now we're looking good for P5 in the Constructors. But we've got one more episode, one more chapter, one more race to go. Right, we go,
Wow,
interview.
Callie, a really strong performance out there today. Just tell me, though, how big a role did the safety car play?
Yeah, I mean, I really fancied my chances after the safety car. Obviously, it's gonna really disrupt the race.
I don't
but
really know
was
what I should be
able to take
answering
advantage
now.
I saw an opportunity.
Going into the
and
final
I
episode, can I get to
and it
maximum
worked out.
level on one of the
Callie, your
thingies? Oh, hello.
first F1 season is nearing an end. It must feel like a long road, but clearly you've put a lot into it. And is there anyone else that's been particularly influential?
Well, we're going to say
this season?
Dad, because we always go for the high-level answer, but Dad is an interesting one.
Influential. Well, yeah, I'd say my father has been influential, just not necessarily in the best way.
Oh.
I don't mind him funding the team, but I do mind when he starts trying to run it.
Again, that wasn't
And
part of my
tell me,
answer.
I'm not sure I could do it, but how has it been working so very closely with your family?
None of those are great.
It's
that
actually
one?
been all right.
Try to be as nice as I
We
can.
don't always get on, but we know each other really well, and we all know when to keep our distance. Or maybe we've learned when to keep our distance over the course of the season. Family's always complex, but yeah, it's been okay.
There are rumours circulating that Konnersport may not be around next season. Can you comment?
Again, same thing I reckon as Aiden said.
That sounds like a question for our investors. I'm sure we'd all
Yeah, love all the
appreciate a public
answers.
statement on the matter.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Done. Chapter 17, which I think is the final chapter. With Konnersport's future on the line, team principal Casper Ackwin assembles his team one last time for what might be their final race in Formula 1. That is definitely the final episode coming up. Okay, one
so
more.
we're running two quite different setups out there today. And you don't need me to tell you how it... You don't need me to tell you how it... Davidoff, that's enough.
I'm sorry?
Get out.
What on earth are you talking about?
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist. So get out and let those of us who actually care about the result do our jobs.
We'll talk about this later, Ackerman.
You can threaten me after the race.
So be it. You coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Well, that's up to you.
Okay, listen. You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies. The only way we can survive this, the only way that any of us are coming back next season, is together. We all understand this? No. Aiden, Callie, look at me. You look at me. We understand this, yes?
Yeah.
If you put yourself ahead of the team today, there's no more team.
Very similar ending to the last one. We're not done yet, apparently.
Callie, we got this.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry if I was ever...
Wow.
What?
Are you apologizing?
Yeah.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
All right. Deal.
Chin up.
Again, seems very similar to the ending of Breaking Point 1, but anyway. Oh, that's Casper. We got Andrea, of course. James, the team owner. Casper's the team principal.
Hey, did you find him?
I didn't look too hard, to be honest. Does Davidoff ever sulk?
Hard to imagine. Listen, I hope I haven't caused you problems. I snapped it. It was unprofessional.
Ooh, not at all, Casper. It was a delight to watch.
You think it'll affect his decision?
I've given up speculating, Cass. At this stage, nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, well, we better get that result then.
I guess we better add. And good luck today, Casper. Whatever happens, I'm so grateful for all you've done.
Look, it's It's been my pleasure. Konnersport deserves to succeed.
If the fates are kind, Casper. If the fates are kind. I'm trackside. I'll see you there.
Yeah, cool. I'll be a few minutes.
We're getting all, happy families here, aren't we? At the end, to have a nice friendly finish. Just had Davidoff in the office, and he's requested we draw up a short list of candidates for team principal at Konnersport. No surprise that I asked him if it was confidential, and he said, "Well, we're all friends here, so I guess it's fine to let you know. It must be regarding something I'm not privy to. Hope everyone's okay." Amazing. So Davidoff's gone straight into the operations manager, like, let's get a new team principal in. Of course he has. Very good. Please don't be a full race. That's all I ask. It says mid-race. We're all good. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, mid-race. Chapter 17, with a race underway, both Konnersport teammates lock in as they look to secure the points they need to guarantee the team's future on the sport past 2023 season. So basically, this is a race of survivor, is what they're saying. I like predicting stories. Shoot me. Maybe we don't get 5th place in the Constructors, but then we get another investor come at the last minute, and then Davidoff can ride off into the sunset and Devon stays in the team. That's another possibility of the ending rather than the happy ending, because Davidoff seems too fractured right now. Like, I don't believe we're going to get 5th and suddenly we're all happy families. Davidoff seems too separate, you know what I mean? Let's find out for real, shall we?
Before a race begins, anything is possible. Anything. On the one hand, you have the true icons of the sport, certain drivers, certain teams who set the pace, who you expect to do well. On the other hand, you have the underdogs. And we are always there, always pushing for another place, another point. Looking for the smallest opportunity, the tiniest mistake we can punish. And in that moment, just before lights out, it's like the world holds its breath. Everybody just waits. The air is heavy, And I knew whatever happened, Konnersport had made its mark on the history of the sport. And I was at peace with that.
So you weren't nervous?
Are you kidding?
So we know how it stands
Sounds
right
like Team
now.
Survives to me.
But just how different might it be when the checkered flag waves here in Abu Dhabi?
It's not going to be us to the start.
And
It's
it's
really
lights
real.
out, and away we go.
Not crazy real. It's pretty real. It's the vehicle animations that have been a little bit off. I suspect they gave the animations to an animation team that maybe don't watch too much racing. Could be wrong.
Let's see if
Right.
we can start moving through the field. It's time to push. Come on, you've got this.
Overtake Gasly for lap 9. Now that's suspiciously specific. There's going to be probably another bit of drama going off here. We'll see. Where is our teammate? She is behind us. Okay, so once again, we expect to get 5th in the standings, even though every time we're taking control of the team, we've been way outside the points. There definitely need to be some bit more creativity with the scenarios here. But anyway, it's fine. There's also been no talk of upgrades, of technical department. Not a single mention. They briefly mentioned wing level in Monza. I'm not expecting it to be a massively nerdy story mode, but come on, that's a big part of F1. Budget cap, another big part of F1. Maybe competing with other team principals. I guess the problem is they're real life team principals. Everyone knows who they are. They can't cheese them. Shouldn't get the arrest. It should be easy. Yeah, easy. Right, there's another position up to P12. So lap 9. What's going to happen on lap 9 then? What do you reckon? Is one of us going to retire? Car's going to blow up? Oh, worst time possible to catch these guys. Boom, job done. Sergeant blue flag. Should get away with both of us, you'd think. Maybe? What's he doing? Oh, that was tight. We get through. I'm quite tired now, I've got to be honest. It's 10 PM. I've been streaming for 6 hours and 15 minutes. So for a 6-hour stream, I'm just thinking there, why are my eyes heavy? I was like, oh yeah, it's 10 PM. I've been streaming for 6 hours. Oh, amazing. Anyway, as promised, we did do the whole story mode in one big stream on day 1. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then it's only a week later. I think planning to get all these episodes live within a week, so not too much later. Right, here's Gazzy. We're supposed to overtake him before lap 9. We are. I suspect the second we overtake him, we'll cut to a cutscene. We'll see. Let's do a big Sendosaurus Rex into here. Okay, no, is the objective's going to change? Oh, there we go.
Down the main straight we go. Here goes Jackson again, moving up the field. What a great race for him.
Yeah, it really is so far, Croft. I mean, it's a circuit he really enjoys. Remember the race in 2021 that he put together there? It was fantastic stuff back then.
Who could forget it? Konnersport need a performance just like that today. Mayer's doing okay. Jackson really delivering.
Great stuff, Aiden. Come on, I think we can get one more place here. Push, push. Something's not right. Assessing, stand by. I'm losing speed.
Heading down the back straight now. He's in a great spot, but hang on, he's slowing. He's slowing. Something is very, very wrong.
Yeah, I think he's got a problem here, Crofty. I wonder what it is. Could it be engine related?
Look, they're throwing their hands in the air on the pit wall, and he's out.
And yeah, that's the engine gone.
2023 is over for Aiden Jackson. It's a dramatic exit, and it wasn't what he was hoping for.
Something happened up there?
Yeah, engine failure, I'm afraid. Aiden is out of this race. Repeat, Aiden's out of the race. Did you get that?
Aiden's out. I heard.
What?
Let me speak to him.
Why?
Just give me the headset.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
That's what concerns me.
Kelly.
Devon?
Yeah, we've had a chat. We think it's best if you don't push the car too hard.
What? Why?
Look, you're way back, Cal, okay? We don't want to blow your engine too, so just cruise it in and finish the race.
It's got to be realistic here. Copy.
Sorry, is this a team order?
No, Casper agrees. It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch her go.
We're going to switch to Cali. We're going to switch to Cali! Why have they reserved a driver switch mid-race for the last episode? Why was there not more of this?
Is everything all right?
Fine. I'll see you all at the finish line.
I love that. Devon was baiting her, like, we get us to perform better by winding her up a bit. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, very good. Very good AI. Why did they do that? Mid-braking zone. Just use the width you've got. Right, anyway, let's do what we can here. Don't really know what we need. Bit of contact there. It was a little bit deep, but we got the move. That was actually a pretty legit move. And Russell squeezed me just the right amount there, to be fair. But anyway, up to P8 now. No idea what we need. Well, it says 4 for above. That must be for 5th in the constructors, I guess. But I love Devon's reverse psychology. I was so confused when he was saying that. I was thinking, has he made a deal with the dad or something? I was really confused. And then when the final comment, I was like, oh, he's just baiting her into driving quicker. Makes sense. So in this series then, we have seen one safety car restart in 17 episodes. We've seen one safety car scenario. We've seen one wet race. And we've seen no red flags. We've seen none of the new tracks. Although it's silly, that makes some extent, some sense in terms of development, because they didn't probably even know yet that the new tracks were going to exist. But that doesn't mean the story can't be changed later. And red flags, similar sort of situation. They wouldn't have known the game was going to have red flags when they wrote this story mode. But again, I just think that's a bit of a rubbish excuse. You know, you just got to adapt, haven't you? It's just the reality. Oh god, so deep. It's just the reality of game development. You don't know exactly what your final product's going to have, but you've got to use those new features, surely, in the story mode. Anyway, here's what it is. Flat there, no wazzers. See if we can nail off going into here. A little bit early, really, but just ease off the brakes enough to get the move done. DRS only on Hamilton. Focus is broken. Yeah, well, that's a whole different topic, isn't it? I've just noticed as well, the default brake bias is 56% for some reason. Diff 80. It's a very different setup on this car. All right, there's P4. There's our objective. We've got many laps to go. We could probably still win this race. We'll try and squeeze him off if you like it. Oh, he does. He likes it. He likes a bit of that. He likes a bit of that. Oh, we'll go around the outside, are we? Nah, I'm going to switch back to the inside. Move done. I feel like the AI, although they're a bit too cautious and they back up a bit too easily, I feel like they're a bit more natural now. It makes more sense for them to do that than for them to just turn in on you and hit you. Certainly for a casual player. But another thing is, why is there no more radios? Why am I not getting updated over the radio by saying, you know, good move, Callie, that's us up to P4, hold on to the end, this will get us the 5th of the constructors we're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, where's that? There's no custom radio at all. They put a lot of budget, and by that I mean both money and time, into the cutscenes, which is great. And the story's alright, the marketing for it's good. The rest of it's just slacking, really, isn't it? What was it? It was in Monza where we had the teammate collision, and I literally had to remind myself after the race, oh yeah, we had that teammate collision. That's going to be the drama that we're going to be talking about now, because there's no reminders anywhere. It's just like you just do a 10-lap race. Very weird. A little bit of contact that time, so that's fair. I don't mind that bit of contact. It was a big old send. It was a legit send, but it's a big send, bit of contact. It's what it is. We are going to win this race again, by the way. We literally won most of the races that we've done. There's no variety really in these on-track scenarios. The writing and the cutscenes are alright. The on-track stuff is hella sterile. I mean, look, I'm chatting to you here, I'm chilling here. I'm still going to overtake Verstappen for the lead of the race, 1 lap early, which wasn't even my objective. I'm 6 seconds ahead of my objective. You know we had to do it to him. You know we had to do it to him in that corner. When that was on offer, you know we had to do it to him. That was... I also only realised that was happening as I got to the braking zone. And I thought, yes, this... I recognise this scene, but it appears to be a little bit reversed. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've not even done fast as that, by the way. I've been completely chilling. Here we go, guys. Final lap of the Breaking Point 2 story mode. I've been streaming for 6.5 hours. You watched all 6 hours. Let me know in chat if you watched all 6 hours, because that is unbelievable. Can't drift like Lucas Brady can. Yeah, there's quite a few in chat that did. Absolutely incredible. There's loads of you. There's absolutely loads of you. Oh no, I've had a full spin. I was too busy trying to drift. Can we flash back, please? This is my first flashback. It's because I was too busy trying to drift in the final sector while looking at how many of you absolute nutters have watched the entire... So many of you. Imagine if Verstappen did that in front of Hamilton. Abu Dhabi 2021. He started just drifting about. That was close. That was close, but there it is. There it is. Beautiful. Let's get the final cutscene.
Final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Konnersport sure will be very delighted with that one.
And if you believe the rumours, Ant, this is a team whose future has been in doubt. Surely, though, they've done enough to return next season. I think they've been wonderful to watch.
Abu Dhabi post-race, chapter 17, elation! With Aiden having to retire due to engine problems, Callie puts the team on her back and manages to drag the Konnersport car kicking and screaming across the line in a miraculous finish that secures 5th place in the constructor standings. Yes, that 6th or 7th win of the season just barely scraped us 5th. Amazing. Maya's astonishing performance. Oh, hello. Devon is calling Callie.
Hey,
Rowan
Devon.
Sis.
Not bad today, sis. Not bad at all.
You did that on purpose.
Did what on purpose?
Oh, come on, Dev. Cruise it in.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Technically, you went against the team order. It's poor form, that.
I can't believe I missed it at the time. It seems so obvious now.
Listen, you want to lay off the sauce, Cal. Seriously, it's a bit embarrassing. I mean...
I'm surprised Casper let you, to be honest. Really surprised.
Okay, I'm going now, because you're not making any sense. Okay? Ciao!
Ciao, he loves a ciao.
Ciao.
It's just a whole load of waffle. A whole load of waffle. This is Davidoff, surely. Here he is. Man himself.
Dad.
I should have
California.
That good enough for you?
Look, I thought we maybe could grab a coffee tomorrow before we head off. My flight's not till 3.
Yeah,
Have a chat, talk about next season. It'd be good for us.
Well,
think about it anyway. The offer stands.
You make it sound like a negotiation.
It always is with us, Callie. You let me know.
Really weird, like, coded message there. I don't really know what he's talking about. Get these emails before we finish the season. Drinks in the garage at 6 PM. Be there or else. Team Principal, I'll talk to you all later, but for now, let me just say a quick congratulations to the entire team. I couldn't be happier, and Andrea is overjoyed. I know how hard you've all worked the season. I know how much we've asked of you, and I know it hasn't been easy. It's not often in this sport you get the chance to stop and appreciate what you've accomplished, but this is one of those occasions. Enjoy it. You earn it, deserve it. And from Evelyn, Callie, I've just been calling. I can't get through on your phone, darling. I'm so excited. I just wanted to talk to you about it. What a race. Call me. Oh, let's finish the season. Let's do it. The end of Breaking Point 2. Hit me with a final cutscene.
It was amazing. I'm not sure I've ever seen a race like that. I was wrong about Callie.
And how did you feel about the engine failure?
There's no such thing as the perfect car. The one that failed us was the same one that got us here in the first place. So, you've just got to drive the car you're in.
Everyone's an individual, which means that everyone is motivated a little differently. Take Devon as an example. He always responds well to having his ego brushed, to being told that he's the best. His greatest fear is failure, so it gives him further to fall, keeps him hungry. Callie, on the other hand, has an innate drive to prove people wrong. If someone tells her something's not possible, she'll do everything in her power to achieve it. A sort of stubborn determination that can be harnessed. And then there's Aiden. I mean, when he started in F1, people thought he was a nice guy, but he was incredibly ambitious. It's just what makes Aiden tick. Which is why I may have started a rumour or two about interest from other teams during his time at Konnersport. To stoke that ambition. Keep his eyes on the horizon.
A lot of people might see that as manipulative, wouldn't you agree?
Well, of course. Motivation is manipulation. It's the same thing.
Is it?
Look, the end justifies the means. After all, it's just business.
Looking forward to next season?
Just let me at it.
Will you stay next season?
I've told Casper I'll stay if he does.
Do you still have a job after your run-in with Davidoff?
Well, we'll see.
We did it! We secured the funding! What a team!
And that's all that matters.
Right now, yes, that's all that matters.
Okay, so, we done? Yeah? Cool. Ciao.
Tell me that was the end. I think it's actually the end. The end of Breaking Point 2 is Devon Butler going, are we done? Cool, ciao, and throwing his mic. All right, okay. Well, I mean, supposedly Davidoff was just, was motivating people or manipulating people, however you want to say it. Very interesting. So, well, there we go, guys. That was Breaking Point 2 in its entirety. 6 hours and 36 minutes on stream. And we're done. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's okay. There were certain bits that were standout good. The cutscenes were near flawless. I think the voice acting was good as well. I quite like the structure of it all. I like the way that they did post interviews looking back. It's the Drive to Survive style, isn't it? Interviews looking back on previous seasons. I think that worked quite well. But there was definitely just a lack of imagination throughout, I feel like. You know, after the first 2 episodes, the formula was very clear. Jump into the menu, you get a phone call. After you go into the news section, the news is about whatever the interview was about. Then you go to the race, you get a cutscene. Like, it was just always the same format. I feel like they could have changed it up a little bit. And for me, the biggest bugbear was a complete lack of imagination for the scenarios. Almost all of them were, hey, you're starting 15th, and your objective is to get to 10th or 5th. And it's a dry race, and off you go. That was it. We saw wet weather once. We saw a safety car once, which we didn't really even see. It was just the end of the safety car period. That's it. There was nothing else. There was no red flags, which is a massive disappointment. Again, I've explained before, I understand why, because they won't have known there would have been red flags in this game when they first wrote this story mode, I'm pretty sure. But that doesn't matter. Red flags with big new features, you have to put it in. Similar with the new tracks, there was none of the new tracks. Qatar, Las Vegas, not in the story mode. Speaking of difficulty as well, it was way too easy, obviously. I mean, I know I'm in the minority, I'm a sweat. I get that, but you know, you talk about accessibility, it should be accessible to people that have played the game a lot as well. This shouldn't be a story mode that's only for a newer player. As well, just generally talking about the The story, I mean, I felt like it could have been better. I was never like, I didn't see that coming. Oh, that's so dramatic. Oh, I can't wait for the next episode. There was not a single moment like that, really. There's a few little twists here and there, but there was no real moments that grabbed me. So overall, out of 10, I'm going to give the story 4 or 5 out of 10, mostly carried by the cutscenes. Anyway, someone said chow out of 10. I like that. I'll give it a chow out of 10. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Breaking Point 2. We've absolutely smashed through it on stream, so big special shout out to you if you managed to watch all of it. That is absolutely unbelievable. Ciao, guys. See you later. Ciao, ciao.